What's going on, everybody? Come on in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's your girl, Jazz Noel. I'm back with another recap review video. We're going to talk about some things. I won't hold you too long tonight. I just wanted to get in here and just kind of discuss some interesting videos that I have recently seen. So come on in, stay a while. We're going to get this thing started. Thank you for coming in. It's your girl, Jazz Noel. Make sure you hit the like, you subscribe, you share, you comment, you do all of the things, guys. The like stuff, it's your girl monetized. I appreciate y'all being here. We're about to get started in just 1 second. Let me pull up this little video. I'm ready. Okay, y'all, let's get this thing started. So, welcome in again, friends. It's your girl. I am back. Welcome to my channel. It's the Jazz Noel 7 show. Round of applause, because I keep showing up. I know you guys have not missed me, but I'm going to keep showing up until you do. And today, we are going to discuss, you see what's in the thumbnail, right? Because lately, I find that I come around certain panel discussions, and all of the time they are talking about how women just aren't contributing to society, how women add no value to society, that if women all walked away from the workforce today, that society will still somehow thrive. And I'm just like, how? When the proof is in the pudding that we actually do add value. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And one of the biggest reasons why I do want to talk about it is because you guys already know there's this weird gender war going on between men and women. It's like so redundant. It's been going on for way too long. And these type of conversations, I feel like the one we're going to react to, this is what's continuing the divide. When we continue to not see the value in one another, it further pushes us apart. And I just don't understand how we, as women, can't see the value that men bring to society and to us, and how some men can't see the value that women bring. When we can clearly see there are valuable things that we both bring to the table, to society. So it just really piqued my interest. And so we're going to react to a recent panel that was on Fatty's channel with the Untouchables. I wasn't on this panel, but a lot of heavy hitters were, including Angry Man. You see him in the thumbnail, because he definitely has a strong view on women and their value, or the lack thereof, like my description of this video said. So let's watch it together, y'all. How y'all doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. I would say it's Wind Down Wednesday, but I don't feel like drinking. All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. Now, let's do that. So the premise of the conversation was about Megan Good and Klay Thompson, right? And they were just basically talking about how, you know, they don't really see like, oh, it's not a big deal that Megan is with Klay because Klay is better than Megan, and we already know why Megan is with Klay is for the money, and it's just like she already has her own bag. And there were so many things happening in this conversation that made me believe some men really do not see the value in a woman, a good woman, period. And even though Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion's relationship appears to be very healthy, they seem to be very in love, they seem to be very genuine, there are some people that just try to find something negative about it. Same shit y'all be doing with Russell Wilson and Ciara. These are positive images of Black love and Black relationships, something that we are striving for, something that we're constantly talking about, and yet it's always something negative. So I won't be speaking too much. I'm going to try to keep my commentary limited. We'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and get into the video right about now. Once again, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I see y'all in the chat. How y'all doing? Shout out to Dud Genius CEO. What's going on, my guy? I see you, Tiffany Cook. Thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you, honey. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what this crazy panel. You already know what kind of energy to expect anytime you are on a Fatty's panel. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
So there's legalities to keep that in place, and I'm sure she wants to keep her money too.
She ain't got to worry about losing her money in that scenario with what he made. She ain't got to worry about that at all.
She ain't got that Halle Berry, right? Yeah. So people in that status, they can only date certain type of people, because if they go date regular people, you run a risk of somebody only wanting you for your money. That's what I hear a lot of.
Oh, shout out to my girl Lucky. Yeah, that's my girl.
Men say.
So okay, now you think Meg don't want him for his money?
No, I don't. I think
what?
She want him for, I
what?
think they. I think
what? She make about the same amount as he do.
No, she don't. Nowhere close.
Okay, let's pause right here. Because the mindset is so limited. It's so small-minded. Megan Thee Stallion has millions of dollars on her own. On her own, flat out, successful, educated, has a degree, businesses, great music. She is an A-list celebrity. She does not need to date a man for his money at all. She does not need to seek a guy. She's going to date men in her proximity, sure. She's going to also date successful, established, rich men, because that's in her orbit, right? It's what she's exposed to. It makes sense. But to say you don't think she's with him for his money, no. And this is the first sign of men not seeing any value in women at all. This is a clearly successful woman, and you think the only reason or the biggest reason she's with him is to try to take some of his money? When are we going to get off that?
She does not.
She doesn't.
What I'm saying is sometimes we think it's just the money, but sometimes it's the status and what you do to clean up my record. It ain't about the money.
We get that. We get that. She's trying to get him to clean up her image, right, by being with him. But here's the thing, right?
And how do you know that? How do you know that? How do y'all know the things that y'all just say and state as facts? She's only with him to clean up, or maybe they just like each other. Calm down.
I wouldn't care if they made the same amount of money. The only thing a woman like more than spending her money is spending the nigga's money. Okay, so let's get that out the way.
She bought him a $250,000 watch. I think she's cool with spending her money on him.
Hey, friends, respectfully, please. Clay's earned like $350 million without sponsors, no nothing. This is a completely different type of money. Klay Thompson, other than Stephen Curry, is the king of one of the biggest states in the United States that could be one of the biggest economies if it was a country. This man is 0.10,001% of the population. He is a winner. He's a winner.
And how come she's not a winner? And what does that matter?
When it comes to money, when it comes to status, when it comes to family, he's the son of an NBA player. He comes from money too. Like he comes from a good family.
She's gonna clean up everything she needs to.
But here's the thing. He
fell in love with a whore.
Here's the thing. Here's the reality, right?
Damn, HQ. That's how you feel. I think y'all assume that Megan is a whore because of the music she puts out. She's very sexually liberated. She owns her sexuality. She talks about how she enjoys having sex in her music. So y'all just assume that she's a slut. But outside of that whole weird ass debacle with Tory Lanez, she was with that other guy, the basketball player, right? That one guy, wasn't he a basketball player? Kind of looked like Iman Shumpert a little bit, but not Iman Shumpert. But she was with that tall, dark-skinned guy. They was together. They was in a serious relationship. Damn near living with each other. Outside of these three men, how can we say she's a hoe, y'all? Y'all don't be playing fair.
Here's the reality. The reality is her buying him a $250,000, $250,000 watch is like a regular chick buying a regular dude a freaking Seiko. That's not a big deal.
Why not? And that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't a man, especially a man of Klay Thompson's caliber, why wouldn't a man appreciate and find value in a woman that went out of her way to buy him a $250,000 watch? Knowing she don't make it, like y'all say, she don't make as much money as him, but she still did that as a gesture of appreciation for his brother. She wanted to give him something nice because she could afford it. Why are you trying to like bring that down? How can you say something negative about that? It's very weird how some of these men go out of their way to be negative towards women and what they do. And you wonder why women are saying, I'm good. Y'all are not nice to women. Like, what the fuck?
They're at a different level. They're at a different level financially.
Why do you always have to undermine what women do? Like everything that comes out
because you're trying to undermine men.
Oh, okay. So, angry man lives up to his name. Okay, that is an angry man, and I don't even know if he ever. I don't know how long he's had this name. And I don't know if he was always angry like this. I know there's a story about he had a friend that gave him this name or what have you. And I wonder why that friend gave him that name. But anyway, I wonder if he knows the spell that he constantly puts on himself by calling himself the angry man. Because in this instance, right, Mantis just asked the question. It's kind of the same question I just asked. And I put Mantis in the thumbnail too, because in this video, we're going to unpack and react to their heated exchange as well. Because it was chef's kiss. But she just asked, like, why do you have to put her efforts down? Like, why is it that you are going out your way to put her down? And he yells, because you're putting men down. Where in this conversation that I started on this topic of the gift of the watch, where did anybody say that we are putting men down, that Megan is putting a man down? Where did you get that from, Angry Man? I would really like to know. Are you so angry that you can't even figure out what's happening in the moment? So you think when a woman questions you, that's her putting you down? Is that why Mantis got you all in a tizzy? Let's watch.
Right now.
Literally Angry Man, you think I'm doing that?
No, they are trying to do that. That's
who's they? You see Lucky Smooth ass, you think I'm trying to do that? No one did that. It's crazy.
The entire purpose.
Okay, what I'm trying to point out is when we hear men say they don't expect certain things, they don't care about the woman's money. So I would assume it was probably thoughtful because she got him something. I can't say he didn't care. It's just like if you flip and say Offset and Cardi B, she had more money, but I'm sure she was appreciative of the things he bought her when she had more money at that time. So I think sometimes.
But Lucky,
according to her, she wasn't appreciative. Yeah, because she went on a whole tirade and a rant about how nothing he did was about shit. That's what she did.
He was cheating on her the entire time they were married, sir. And she let a lot of shit slide. This anti-woman shit, it has to stop because you're unwilling to see the logic or actually just see the truth behind these scenarios. All you see is her reacting to her being mistreated in a relationship. And now you're calling her unappreciative. But nobody got smoked for Offset for cheating on Cardi B like a dog. Why do y'all do that? What is that? I don't, we got to figure this out together.
Now, hold on for a second. To Mantis,
Angry Man, I got you. I know. I'm going to put you on. One second, please.
You want to get it?
I know. I heard it. Trust me. I'm going to put y'all in the middle immediately. Angry Man and Mattis have a chance to go one-on-one. Remember exactly what y'all said because I heard it. I'm
getting ready for the feminine emotions. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine, and you can throw shots, but one second, please. 1 second. Bro, it's totally. Hey, friend.
Listen, you gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch what you say under your breath around Angry Man, because he gonna hear it. Even though I don't think she was trying to say what she said, like, "Oh, I'm ready for the feminine vibes" or whatever she was saying. I don't think she meant to say that under her breath. She wanted him to hear it, but he gonna get the beat in that chest. That voice gonna get high pitched, and let's continue.
Hey, friends, I will let you.
Bro, you literally let her get her shot off, and now you interrupted me.
Oh,
he's always a victim.
I will. Mantis. You know what? I'm going to do what I haven't did last week, okay? And ladies, I apologize. This is the ladies first. I tried my best. You guys saw it. We're going to go to the same place we go over and over again, not because Angry Man wanted, but because Mantis tried to get a moment. So please go ahead, respect your ass. You have 5 minutes to deal what you have to deal, and then we go back to the show. After the 5 minutes, don't say I didn't give you no time. Please go ahead. Y'all got it.
Ladies first. Angry Man, go ahead.
Wait.
Thanks.
I didn't even hear it. I watched this panel a while ago, y'all. So we're reacting in real time. Like, I'm getting refreshed. I did not realize they was not having it with Angry Man. They knew what to say to get him upset.
I just want to say real quick, y'all, but not ever.
Was that supposed to be funny?
It was. It was. Was that supposed to be funny? It was. It was, gang. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry that I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry to say that was funny. It was.
Was that supposed to be funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Aside from the fact that Ghosty, you obviously are probably a drug addict as well. That's why you hang out with drug addicts.
Yeah, I used to have a drug addiction.
The ad homs. But I guess y'all would say in this world she deserved it because she said, ladies first, angry man, go ahead. But if we're being honest, he has been the only one to raise his voice in a high-pitched way to argue with women. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
To Mantis, I'm not downplaying anything women do. The problem is y'all try to overinflate. Y'all try to overinflate everything you do. You try to overinflate everything you do when actually at the end of the day, you don't do shit.
We don't do anything. So you
Nothing.
think it's a little bit of an underinflation,
absolutely
right?
Nothing.
And that's what bothers me. That's what really grinds my gears, guys, because we don't do shit. We don't do anything. Sir, you wouldn't even have this platform if it wasn't for a woman's innovation. We do know that a woman revolutionized Wi-Fi, right? You know, created the bandwidth for you to connect with people over the internet. That was a woman's contribution. And we're going to fact check. But to sit up here on the internet using Wi-Fi that was created by a woman, come on now, you already lying. I'm going to continue.
Absolutely nothing do you do. But mooch.
This is the problem.
Your drains on society.
Women out of pride.
You can keep crying like a woman if you'd like. You can carry
your
on.
drains on a society. The fact that you have to call me a woman to insult me proves my point.
And honestly, y'all gotta stop doing that. Don't call him no woman. That ain't this, because no other woman has behaved like this. The way he's behaving, I wouldn't call that woman's behavior. I don't know what to call that. It's angry man. We call that angry man. Don't compare that behavior to a woman, because no other woman has displayed this type of behavior before. Now, I know I have yelled on these panels before, but not unprovoked. Not unprovoked. Don't start none won't be none. But yeah, stop. When men get weird like this, stop saying you're being like a woman. No, that is an insult to women. When he's just being erratic, he's being intense, he's being kind of emotional because he feels offended. Because what I'm learning about angry men, he really loves men. And I don't mean that in no weird way. He really loves men. So whenever you say something about a woman doing something for a man, he's always going to shut it down. And this is what Mantis was trying to point out. Like, why are you always downplaying women? And this is what he said. We're moochers. We're drains on society? Yeah.
The fact that you're getting upset about it proves
the fact that you have to invoke that I'm a woman proves my point. Why would being a woman be an insult?
Because you hate women.
Wait. No, that's not an answer. Why would being a woman be an insult?
Because you hate women. So I'm telling you.
Why would being a woman be an insult from your perspective? From your perspective.
I'm telling you something.
From your perspective.
It doesn't insult.
From your perspective, why would
Anger man, baby, come here. Come closer. Come here. Calm down. Okay. Take it from me. You got to calm it down just a little bit. You can't have the conversation. It's very hard having a conversation with angry man, because he's not there to have a conversation with you. He's there to tell you about yourself. He's there to be right. But the yelling over is just like, oh gosh, just I know you ain't gonna take no advice from me, but it's just like this is insufferable. You know how like what they like to call me sometimes? This is insufferable. But let's continue.
Would being a woman be an insult?
Jesus.
It's not from my perspective.
Use regular math, not girl math.
It is from your perspective, not from my
Use regular math, not girl math.
Anything coming out of my mouth, or
do you have a septum ring? Do you have a septum ring?
Why do you keep yapping like a woman?
Do you have a septum ring?
Engage with.
Do you have a septum ring?
Does it look like it?
Do you have a septum ring? You need.
And that's another thing I've been hearing. What's up with y'all in this weird obsession with septum rings all of a sudden? What is that? What is that? What is that? What does that indicate to y'all? It's a piercing, just like an ear piercing, an eyebrow piercing, a nose piercing, a lip piercing. It's a piercing. What's drop it in the chat. Let me know what I missed about septum rings. I get it. It is a little like, oh, you know, it's surprising. You pierce your face. Ooh, I used to have my eyebrow pierced, my tongue pierced. So I get it. It is not the norm, but like, why does it trigger people so much? Like, what?
One.
Does it look like it?
You need one.
What?
Can we get to the point?
You need one. No, we can't get to nothing I don't feel like getting to, woman.
Go, you gonna throw a tantrum?
It's just not engaged.
No, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Your shaming tactics don't work. They don't work. They don't work. They don't work.
So my issue with you.
They don't work. They don't work. They don't work. Your shaming tactics don't work. You came up here trying to have a moment, and now here's your moment. Here's your moment. Here comes the woman. I gotta prove to the big bad man that I have a voice, and white woman, hear me roar.
That right there, that mocking, I gotta be like this. I'm a woman with a voice. What is it about a woman's voice? Excuse me, y'all, I'm drinking ginger ale. Excuse me. What is it about a woman's voice that makes you feel like you need to mock as if it is unimportant? Hear me roar. Do you know why women had to say, I am woman, hear me roar? Because you didn't, men for a very long time didn't look at women as human beings. They literally had to fight their way to be looked at as, you know, actual humans in society that deserve, you know, access to things. So it's just like, this is another way. And it makes me a little upset because it's like, I'm not sure how old Angry Man is. Based on the gray in his beard, I'm pretty sure he's a little bit up there. And there are young men watching him. And watching him and unfortunately looking up to him, and will listen to this and listen to his behavior and see how he's interacting with a woman he doesn't know and think this is how men are supposed to behave around women who disagree with them. Is that adding value? Is that adding good value to society for men? You know, for the next generation? Is this the kind of behavior we want to continue to see? I don't know.
Let me put up my little muscle. Come on, let's hear it. Why are you not a drain on society?
It looks like it's working.
Why are you not a drain on society?
So my problem with what Angry Man does.
Why are you not a drain on society?
Everything that
what do you contribute to society?
There it is.
What do you contribute to society?
There it is. What do you contribute? He says women are drains on society, and now he is asking Mantis, what do you contribute? Let me continue. Before I get to talking, let me continue.
Keep talking if you're going to.
What do you contribute to society? What do you contribute to society? What do you contribute to society? You don't contribute anything to society. What you're going to do is the exact same thing Megan Thee Stallion is going to do. What you do is you get your wealth from men through divorces after you trick them into marrying you. That's what you do.
Wait, what? Who? What? Oh my God. He said you go do exactly what Megan Thee Stallion gonna do. So you assume that every woman that gets with an affluent, wealthy man, even if she's affluent and wealthy. She's only marrying him to someday divorce him and take him for all his money. I know y'all see certain celebrity men that you admire that have gone through that, but that's not the case for every single woman. And to sit here and say that that's what Mantis is going to do, that's her only contribution, is trying to find a wealthy man to take from. It's like, really? I thought we were grown. I thought we were grown-ups. You have to have more depth than that when it comes to your views on women and their contributions. Like, come on now, Angry Man.
That's how you get your wealth. You're literally a drain on society. Every single thing that we build and set up is what you benefit from. And then you get up here and run your mouth like we're not the shit when we really are. Because if it wasn't for us, you would be living in the woods, shitting in a hole.
Really? So I'm going to let this rock for a little bit longer, and then we're going to start bringing up some facts and some stats to back up this shit. Because, dear God, the way he thinks history and how women contributed to society historically is so warped. He really thinks women were just standing around like this. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We're just women. We're waiting on a man to come tell us what to do. Women were holding babies on their backs with spears, hunting wild boars. Did you know that? You don't want to know that because you don't want to honor the value of women. You don't want to acknowledge it, even though there is irrefutable historical proof that women were just not these docile, weak creatures that could not live on their own. Well, let's continue.
Why are you not a drain on society?
Are you going to engage with what I say?
Why are you not a drain on society? You can pull that shit with all these newbies. I'm old school manosphere. If you want to sit there and not say nothing, I'll fill up the space with my voice. That's what men do. That's what men do. Yeah, there we go.
Y'all be saying that out loud? Like, I'm manosphere. I'm a manosphere man. Like, is this like a badge of honor? Like, do you all get awards for being in the manosphere? He seems very proud.
Here we go, crash out. There we go. Crash out.
She has her own
question. Don't save her, Tom. You're not going to answer the question. Why are you not a drain on society?
She makes more than her
Why
fucking
are you
boyfriend.
not a drain on society? Why are you not a drain on society?
If a woman makes enough money to look after herself, how is she a drain on society?
If she makes enough money to look after herself, how is she not a drain on society? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Because you're not contributing shit.
That's your argument?
First of all, shut up, dude. That wasn't your question to answer. You see, Angry Man is taking a long time to respond. But you have no real response. If a woman is actually working and making enough money to take care of herself, she's also paying fucking taxes. And every taxpayer is quite literally contributing to this fucked up society that's taking full on advantage of us. If you ask me, none of us should be paying taxes. That's a whole nother story. But the fact that women get up, go to work, exchange time for money, assist in maintaining businesses, infrastructures, society itself, that is our contribution, just like men. Our tax dollars are contributing to society just like yours. So like her point was earlier, why are you always trying to downplay everything? His response, because you try to overhype it. No, we don't. No one's out here like, look at what all the women do. No, y'all talk about women and want to take away everything that women does and try to say that we're drains on society. It's just like, it's so negative. How do we ever expect for us to actually get on one accord again if this is a man that is spewing this type of hate and nonsense about the opposite sex that he also wants his own gender to have access to? Like, when y'all sit amongst each other as men and say stuff like this, you think a woman, a quality woman, a woman that you think you would want, would listen to this and be like, you know what? He said women are drains on society. That's the man for me. Yeah. Women don't contribute shit to society. I want him. I want him. The one that doesn't see my value. God damn it. The math never math. I don't get it.
You're still talking about what you're doing for yourself. See, this is the point. You're still talking about what you're doing for yourself. What do you do as a woman that contributes to the society?
If a woman makes enough to support herself and the people around her, how is that not contributing something?
And what is that draining at the same time?
Yeah.
Look at him. Silence. No one has an answer because it is dumb. She put it so perfectly. If a woman is working, making enough money to provide for herself and others, right? In any way, shape, or form, how is that not a contribution to society? And how does it drain it? You see, you can do nothing but laugh. Yeah, you got to laugh that shit off. All y'all do. Because y'all know y'all don't have a real rebuttal for that shit. Because you know what you're saying is nonsense. Because what she's saying is correct. But because it's coming out of a woman's mouth, it just got to be wrong. Because if you really felt that way, you would have responded instantly. But instead you, went quiet and then that nervous laugh. Yeah, look at tomfoolery face. Yeah, a lot of tomfoolery going on right now.
Are you going silent now, motherfucker?
Motherfucker! Are you going silent now, motherfucker?
God damn.
You still didn't answer the question.
And that was her matching energy.
Hey, you still
didn't answer the question.
Calm down.
No. There's no calm down. No, there's no calm. No, there's no calm down. Let him have it. The timer is up there. You got it.
You didn't. You still didn't answer the question. What?
She quite literally answered the question 3 fucking times, Angry Man. You have yet to answer why it's not a contribution. My God, today.
What are you contributing to society that doesn't benefit you? That doesn't benefit you solely. What are you contributing?
Would you like me to answer about me?
Sure. Are you going to add some motherfuckers in there when you do it? Because that was really cute.
Are you talking about me personally or women in general? Because I know you guys like to play this game.
I'm talking about women in general. Talking about women in general. Talking about women in general.
A woman works, makes enough money to provide for herself and her people around her, her family, and pays taxes and shit. She's already contributing to society.
So women provide for other people other than their children.
What do you think having a job is? Having a job is contributing to society.
I'm not talking to you, Ghosty. I'm not talking to you. Women. So what you're saying is women provide for other people other than their children.
Yes, they can. They're capable. They provide for children that aren't theirs, right? They provide for their elderly parents. They provide for their friends, their siblings, for anybody that's around them that they love. If they are able and capable of providing for them, they will do that. What? Why is that so far-fetched? Why is that so hard to believe? Oh my God.
Wait, everyone's telling me I need to turn my mic up because they want to hear me more than they want to hear you. So give me 1 second.
You notice the deflections every time I ask her a question, right? So she acts like she wants to have the conversation, but then when I actually have the conversation, then she deflects and pretends like she didn't hear what I said. Typical woman shit.
Let's make sure that we understand that both of us contribute equally to this society. Your part is not or more important than a woman's part, and a woman's part is not more.
Yeah, women are contributing to society by being professional chair sitters. Absolutely.
Yeah, none of us have literally talked shit about men this whole time. It's just you fucking dismissing and trying to say, no, women are the bad ones. We literally never say, oh, men are draining society, men are doing this, men are the ones, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I say, oh, men also do something bad, you're like, no, they don't. It's only women. Every fucking time. We have not put down men one time this like on the entire panel.
I absolutely did. You don't have to, because the entire society does it. You don't have to, because there's already a trend of that, so you don't even have to do that.
So when they say something on the society, then you address them, and it's a society. But on this panel,
no, HQ. HQ. Check this out. HQ. Hold on. Check this out. HQ and Ghosty. What I'm gonna do is what I wanna do. I'm a grown man.
Good for you.
That's what I'm gonna do. What I wanna do.
What I said,
I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about, how I want to talk about it. And I know y'all have an issue with that, because you live in this age of pussified, effeminate men who bow down every time y'all shame them or tell them they shouldn't be talking about something.
Screaming at the top of their lungs is super manly.
I'm going to talk about absolutely what I want to talk about. And if you don't like that, Ghosty, maybe you should go shoot up or cry about it.
Why is he doing that? And the thing is, he's not having the real conversation. He never answered the question. How is a woman that works and makes enough money and contributes to society, works and makes enough money, pays taxes, not contributing to society? He never answered it, but you see, he tried to flip it and said that she never answered his question. And now he's going into all these ad hominem attacks, telling this girl she's a drug addict, and she admitted it. She's like, okay, yeah, I dealt with drugs. But it's like, angry man, where's your neck? You talking about where's her drugs? Where's your neck? You got bigger fish to fry.
But when you say others are deflecting, yet when you're asked questions, you don't respond and then say, I just talk about whatever I
did respond, Tom. I did respond.
You didn't respond. You just yelled.
Wait, one second. Hey, Tom. Without the respect.
Break out the cake now.
No. Without the respect, she was actually not trying to have a conversation. She came to be
at all.
No, Fatty, I was.
One second, please. I think I'm running the show, so please let me finish, right? So what I'm going to do is this, right? Now that both of y'all got your rocks off and I didn't stop it, I'm going to put more 5 minutes on the clock so angry men and actually Mantis can have a conversation and address each other. If you start to dismiss another person conversation, I will end this one-on-one, read the super chat.
Mind you, he just did this. He just put them up there together. They had 8 minutes on the clock or whatever to hash it out, and it got us nowhere. Now we're going to try this again.
And give the microphone to Roses and to Nunu, because they be waiting patiently. Start screaming at each other, okay? And start dismissing each other, and we're done with this, and we go back to the show, okay? Angry Man and Mantis. Mantis, you came for this man. What is the serious conversation that you want to have with him? Ask a question, and he will follow through. Tom and everybody else, let them have it, please. Go ahead.
Okay. What I came in to say, although I was rudely interrupted many times, was that I have an issue with the way, like, some of the things Angry Man says aren't, like, incorrect. I think he kind of puts subjective things and makes them very objective a lot of the time, which is just, like, false. But I think that mostly my issue with him is he overinflates what men do, and he underinflates what women do. And he I think it's like a compensatory thing, because he feels victimized or something. So in order to, like, make up for that, he needs to drag everything women do down as much as possible and uplift men as much as possible. So it becomes this, like, really big disparity that makes him look like a tool, to be honest, instead of, like, just being a reasonable person. I mean, there's a reason why his name is Angry Man and not the Rational Man.
No, the reason why.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. That was a read, girl. I have to give it up for Memphis. That was a solid read. She said it's why his name is Angry Man instead of the Rational Man. But she clocked it though. Because exactly what she described is what he always does. He does that all the time. Overinflates what men do, super devalues what women do. If we don't do nothing, like he said, all we do is drain society. You know what I mean? All we do is mooch. That was great. I had to one more round of applause for Mantis. I appreciate it. Let's continue.
My name is Angry Man is because Izzy Man's younger brother, who is now dead, may he rest in peace, gave me that nickname. So my friend
but it's like I wonder why. Why? Why would he give you the name Angry Man? Have you always been angry? Always been a yeller, a point of finger? I'm just curious. I don't want to get all the way into it, but that's a hell of a name to give someone.
So my friend who's no longer here gave me that nickname, and that's the reason why I use that name is in his.
You try to guilt me like a woman would try and guilt someone with emotional manipulation.
She's interrupting me, Fatty. She's interrupting me. She's not trying to have the conversation.
Here you go. You got a lot of nerve.
You're interrupting me.
No, I'll talk about what I said then, not just about the irrelevant piece at the end.
What I'm doing is I'm giving you context instead of allowing you to make an asinine assumption about.
You don't like context. You always hand away context.
I actually love context, and I actually love listening. So that's why I was listening to you while you were talking. Which you're not doing with me. I've been watching
the whole panel.
Which you're not doing. Which you're not doing with me. I'll tell you what women do contribute to society. You contribute to the general confusion and bullshit. The vast majority, yes, simple-minded man. There we go, right there. The vast majority of
like you haven't been insulting her this whole time.
The vast majority. Why are you even talking, Ghosty? The vast majority of our infrastructure that we utilize in our whole society is maintained by men, not women.
Are you sure about
that? So I don't have to blow up what men do. It is what it is.
Why do you have to undersell what women do when they do things, though?
What am I underselling?
I mean, I just explained how a woman can be contributing to society by going to work, making money, paying taxes, providing for herself and her family so that the government doesn't have to, so that the rest of society doesn't have to. What's wrong with that?
I heard that part. I'm asking you specifically, what did I downplay?
I just told you when you're talking about like this Meg Thee Stallion and how she makes. Hang on, when you're talking about Meg Thee Stallion and you're talking about how a $350,000 watch is nothing. Like even just her spending money that she has earned, the fact that she earns money, it's irrelevant because he earns
$300 million. $140 million compared
to gesture.
$40 million. So it really is a minute insignificant.
What's that got to do with anything?
What he said was buying a watch that is worth that much for her is like buying I don't remember the brand of a cheap watch.
Cost to her.
What was the brand, Angry Man?
Not the benefit.
This is what I said. This is what I said, bro. Hold on.
$250,000 fucking dollars. He doesn't benefit from that.
This is what.
Oh my God, roses. It's just, I get so disappointed because it's like, girl, come on. Come on. It was a nice fucking gesture. At the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion bought Klay Thompson a watch nobody on that panel could ever afford. All right? Or could afford to give to someone or even have ever received. And you're saying that it doesn't matter. It's not going to it's not a big deal. It's not going to change his life. What happened to just being nice and kind to people? Why doesn't kindness matter anymore? Why is it all about, well, it ain't shit because he got more money than her? What? Is that where we are? And we're wondering why there's so much conflict. We can't even value kindness anymore. What she did was simply a gesture for her man's birthday. If she hadn't bought him anything, y'all would have still had something to say. Or if it was like something cheap or more affordable to whatever standard y'all see fit, y'all would have still had something negative to say. And that's the point. It doesn't matter what women are doing right. Like we can be doing everything right and y'all still gonna find a reason to call it wrong. And that's what's so frustrating. But we're gonna let this play just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna pull up some facts.
This is what I said.
You guys are only mentioning that because it's her doling out the money. And for you, you couldn't possibly fucking fathom spending $250,000 on a man. That's what this is about.
Jesus.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Here's the issue, right? Here's the issue.
Jesus Christ.
Mantis.
Hey, 1 second. Hey, Rose, I'll give you.
Oh my God, Roses. Why is this topic why does this topic get some women and most men so like that? All Ghosty said was Jesus Christ. And she said, Jesus Christ, why don't you go smoke your fucking vape? Why? I don't get the anger. We're literally just trying, they're literally just trying to unpack the value that Megan Thee Stallion brought to Klay Thompson.
Literally make so many judgments.
Hey, respectfully, 1 second. Roses, you are going to Roses. I will literally go to you as soon as we're done with this Angry Man thing. The clock is running. Let Angry Man have it. I will go. Roses, I will go to you and I'll let you uninterrupted deal with this thing.
I mean, I don't like vapes either, but like, first it was a crack pipe. Now y'all mad. She was like, come on.
Okay, I promise. Here's what I said, right? So Mantis came up here. Mantis has something against me personally. She's probably seen something I said on a short or on a video that got her panties in a bunch. Because what I said didn't diminish Meg. What I said was Meg Thee Stallion buying him a $250,000 watch, a quarter of $1 million watch, is the equivalent of a regular chick buying her man a Seiko. They're at another.
That's quite literally you diminishing her efforts. Quite literally. Like you literally just said you didn't do a thing and you described you doing the exact thing. I'm not diminishing. I'm just saying her doing that is like an average woman doing some average shit for an average nigga. How is that not diminishing her efforts? And why are you even making the comparison? Why is that even a thing? That's what I'm saying. You hate women. Some men hate women so much that when a woman is actually doing something nice and kind and respectful and loving to the man that she's dating, this is what y'all do. Why? I need to know. Why do you hate the girls? You hate the girls, but you want to be around the girls. You want to be up under the girls. You want to be in proximity. You want to touch. You want to feel. You want to fuck. But you hate the girls.
Their level. There is nothing in that statement that diminishes her as a woman. Even at the part at the end, I said they are at another level financially. Does anybody disagree that that's what I said?
That's exactly what you said.
So where in that did I diminish women?
You diminish women's efforts. You diminish women's efforts. Now you're trying to play semantic antics and say, well, I didn't say anything about her as a woman. I just said what she did. But you diminished what she did because she's a woman. You devalued what she did simply because she is a woman. Let the roles have been reversed. And Megan was making more money than Klay Thompson. and Klay Thompson bought her this a gift worth the same, he would be praising that man. And still probably find something negative to say about it, about Megan. It just admit it. I just want y'all to admit you just don't like us like that. If the first step of fixing something is admitting the truth. Just admit, I don't really like women like that. They piss me off when they do nice things for rich men that I wish that I could be doing. It pisses me off because that's what it's giving. It's giving jealousy. It's giving, why would Klay want her? Why not me? I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's what it be giving sometimes. The way y'all be going so hard. Because what does it cost you to say, that was a good job, Megan? You better keep that one. You better do your big one and keep that good man. We know you probably ain't had good, interactions with men, quality guys. You got a good one. Yeah, keep it up. Why not hype her up for leveling up, for choosing better, which is what y'all love to say. But when the girls do, y'all be hating. So it just be giving jealousy to me. And I'll be like, do the guys kind of want the guys? I don't know.
She came up here with a bug up her ass.
You said women don't contribute to society.
Yeah, I said that after she came up here with the smoke. After she came up here,
so you got emotional and said something you didn't mean?
After she came up here with the smoke, I started talking shit to her. Absolutely.
No, but that's always been your stance though, Angry Man. And enough of this. We're going to pull up some stats and facts real quick because enough is enough. Like, I'm tired of y'all doing the girls like this, man. Like, why is it so wrong for men at large to acknowledge women's contributions when clearly we contribute a lot? Do you know what I mean? So I want to pull up some information. Holy cannoli. Wait a second. I hope you guys are enjoying this live tonight. I'm just hanging out. We're just hanging out. I see y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for pulling up on me, man. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to stay consistent with the content and I'm, still making my way. And I want to preface this really quickly before we go through this information. I think I touched on this a little bit in one of my previous streams, so forgive me if I repeat myself a little bit, but it all ties back into the women don't contribute to society topic that we're on today, because we're debunking this shit tonight. All right? Enough is enough. Right? If you want us to respect your contributions as men, you guys are going to have to start accepting ours as women. Okay? Especially if you want to end this so-called male loneliness epidemic. You got to start being likable. Jesus. Okay. So excuse me. Excuse me. So I asked ChatGPT, what industries would completely fall in society if women exited the workforce today, and how would it actively impact others in society? Right? So real quick, I'm gonna go through this. I feel like I said this already before, but industries that will completely collapse if women left the workforce. Healthcare absolutely collapses. Say bye to grandma. Say bye to Meemaw. Say bye to your old ass daddy. They're done. Okay. So women make up 76 to 80% of all healthcare workers. Who's going to wipe granny ass? Who's going to roll over uncle on his side? Who's going to do it? The men? If the women left the healthcare industry now, are you men going to sign up and run up to wipe asses? Anyway, so 76 to 80% of all healthcare workers, 90% of nurses, women make up 90% of nurses, majority of medical assistants, home health aides, CNAs, lab techs, therapists, home health aides. I know y'all got an overweight ass relative that can't leave her bed, that need a health aid. Y'all gonna do it? Quickly. We don't contribute nothing, right? We don't do nothing, right? Are you gonna go and work those jobs? You gonna wipe some ass? Let's continue. So, immediate impact in the healthcare industry. Hospitals lose most nursing staff, ERs shut down. Elderly care collapses, nursing homes cannot operate. Home health and hospice services disappear. Clinics lose support staff. Physicians cannot function alone. Healthcare is one of the biggest pillars of society. It will fall within hours. Y'all talk, you want to talk about unaliving people in mass at a fast rate? Take women out the healthcare industry. Just figure it out. And let's see what happens. I mean, this is what the stats say, guys. You know, you were all about the stats and facts. All right? And I know y'all like to say, oh, but it's ChatGPT. It's biased. I don't even know where y'all got that from. Because Anchorman has said that to me before. Your ChatGPT reverse engineered you because you're a lefty and you probably only have, if it's only giving you information that's like feminist bullshit. These are literally regular stats you can find on any. ChatGPT literally pulls these stats from different, whatever the case they pull them from. I can't think of the word right now. They pull them from different entities and different reviews and peer studies, etc., and bring it to us here all in one. So these are the facts. Let's continue. So education completely collapses. We're already fucked when it comes to education. All right. Already. The systems are down. But women make up 75% of K through 12 teachers. Let me ask you, fellas. Because y'all don't, it ain't like y'all got a bunch of patience for kids. That's why the child rearing work tends to bear on the woman. Take the women out the education. Y'all finna go teach some preschool? Y'all finna go teach some kindergartners? In mass. Because there are male teachers, but 75% are made up of women. So we're gonna need more guys. Are you gonna be running around little toddlers telling them to take a nap? Do you have the nurturing spirit and capability and the patience and the kindness and the understanding that women tend to have? You're capable of it too. But patriarchy told you that those things made you look like a pussy as a man. So I understand it's hard for you to tap into that. And that's a conversation for another time. But I'm just saying, 97% of preschool and early childhood educators are made up by women. Majority of school counselors, social workers, and aides. Immediate impact. Schools would shut down. That's it. Now the kids at home. With you, man. With you. I prefer homeschooling anyway, but I'm just saying. The women ain't working no more. So homeschooling is work. You got to do it now. You don't want the women to work now, right? We don't contribute, right? Y'all can do it better, right? You gotta go teach the children, raise them up. It says millions of children would be home with no care. Parents, mostly men now, would have to stop working to provide childcare. This alone would cause a national economic crisis. God damn it. All right, let's keep it going down. More childcare and early development ceases to exist. Jesus. Women are the foundation of daycares, after-school program, early childhood education, social service program for kids. Y'all be dropping y'all kids off at daycares all the time. Y'all love to have your kids in an after-school program because that's less time you got to spend with them. Right? All childcare shuts down. Workforce participation drops for millions of parents. Economic collapse accelerates. Economic collapse accelerates. Excuse me. So let's keep going. Social service and mental health collapses overnight. Oh my God. It's not like a bunch of men are going into therapy anyway, which y'all really need. More people just in general need to go unpack their shit. But women dominate social work, counseling, psychologically, family services, domestic violence, and trauma support. These roles are society's emotional infrastructure. Because remember, Fatty, Angry Man, a lot of the men on that panel use the word infrastructure. Men make up all these infrastructures, but you're not considering the infrastructure, the other infrastructures outside of the physical infrastructures that help to maintain society that are just as important. So this impact says vulnerable populations lose protection, surges in untreated mental health crisis, court and welfare systems crippled. So take women out of this industry. It's a free fucking for all. Society's emotional infrastructure, emotional. So now we're going to have a bunch of mentally unstable people without the help, without receiving the help that they need, surges in untreated mental health, court and welfare systems crippled. How would you combat that? What would be your plan? If women are maintaining the emotional infrastructure, which is so incredibly important, because we want to make sure people are in control of their emotions. Without women in these industries, people are going to lose control, which will then cause harm to all other infrastructures, no? Let's keep going. Retail and hospitality severely collapses. Women make up majority of retail associates, hotel front desk workers, restaurant servers, customer service reps, beauty and wellness professionals. Hotel front desk workers, y'all like to travel. Restaurant servers, y'all love going out to eat, not tipping. Bitch ass niggas. Customer service reps. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters? Beauty and wellness professionals. You want all these pretty women. We ain't got nothing to maintain it now. Fuck. Are you gonna do my hair, sir? Even though I know some fabulous male hairstylists. But are more men gonna start opening beauty salons? Are you going to supplement what you want to remove? Can you do my nail? Actually, there are quite a few men that do great nails. Maybe not black or white, but you know what I mean. But to the blacks and to the white that say these things, like women don't contribute, they drain society and okay, well, if we take certain things away that you benefit from, because let's remember, friends, all of these things men benefit from, all of these things that women make up the majority of doing helps men tremendously. I'm just saying, gang. So it says restaurants and hotels shut down or operate at a fraction of capacity. Retail and fashion industries implode. Billions in economic loss per day. Billions. So that means all these men that run hotels, run restaurants, run all of these industries, retailers, hotels. Billions in economic loss per day, guys. What are we going to do? I'm waiting. What are we going to do? So it says industries that would survive but be massively disrupted. These wouldn't collapse fully, but would face deep instability. Tech, fewer women overall, but women dominate project management. I know that to be true from personal experience. QA, UX, HR, compliance and customer success, finance, banking and insurance rely heavily on women in frontline in operational roles. Government, public sector administration, public health, and city operations rely on women. Remind me to never drink Canada Dry ginger ale on a live again, because I'm just all right. So media, fashion, and entertainment, marketing, PR, production, coordination, beauty, and merchandising would collapse. There are men that run media industries, fashion, and entertainment. You take women out, all your money is gone, babe. Because will suddenly men become so interested in public relations, production coordination, beauty, and merchandising? Because y'all could just do it without us. You don't need the girls. Yeah. The list is listing that, baby, we need each other. So you didn't think I was going to say that. We need each other for this thing to work. So why not start valuing one another? What? Wouldn't it be so much easier if we just did that? Like, am I tripping? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. All right, so it says how society would be impacted. Economic collapse within days. The U.S. would lose over half its workforce in specific industries. GDP would drop trillions of dollars. Productivity across all sectors collapses as childcare disappears. Healthcare crisis, education crisis, breakdown of social order. Without social workers, mental health workers, counselors, homelessness, crime, and domestic violence cases skyrocket. No trauma response infrastructure. Courts become overwhelmed with unresolved cases. Severe decline in quality of life. Everything from shopping, dining, travel, grooming, public service, customer experience would deteriorate immediately. Immediately, darling. What are the men going to do? If all the girls, we got to really think about this. We got to really think about it. Because if you want us to go, let's go. Let's go. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do without the ladies supporting you? So it says, I love this part. It says, women are not just participants in the workforce, okay, period. They are the backbone of healthcare, education, emotional labor, and essential services. Remove women and society literally cannot function. But this should go without saying. So that's why when he says things like that, I'm like, you're literally benefiting off of women's contributions to society. Like literally. All right, so let's continue to go on down. All right, so I asked, because what I wanted to learn, right? Because we're learning, because I've heard men say, you know, before there was ever, and is that true? Like, I heard somebody say today on another random panel, he said before there was women around, it was a bunch of men around. And it was just men. Is that true? Is that true? Because if that's true, I don't want to say what just came to my mind. If that is true, and that men were just together on earth for a period of time before women came around, patriarchy makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And I just had kind of a mind-blowing realization. I don't think that's true, but if it is, it makes sense. Okay, so I also asked the chat GPT, what was like, how was society before women were able to contribute? Was it the best? Was it busted? Let's find out. All right, so expanded data, how society was stagnant before women entered the workforce. Here's the clean, factual breakdown you can reference. All right, thank you, chat. Number one, economic growth was far slower before women entered the workforce. Women entered the workforce in large numbers around World War II, 1940s, and then massively during the 1960s through 80s. Data-backed realities. Between 1900 and 1940, U.S. GDP growth GTB. Can I talk? U.S. GDP growth was slow and unstable. Fewer workers equals smaller economy. Labor shortages equals low productivity. Most industries underdeveloped. After women entered the workforce between 1950 and 2000, the U.S. economy expanded more than 600%. Stop playing. Let's read that again. After women, y'all had it. Y'all had it for a long period of time without us contributing to society outside of being forced to birth your children. Yeah, that's what you was making the girls do. But y'all had it for so long. Why was it so stagnant? Y'all so innovative and logical and strong. But your society was stagnant, and it wasn't until women entered the workforce that the economy shot up more than 600%? What the fuck? That sounds like drainage to you, angry man? Women don't do nothing but drain society and mooch. Looks like we're fueling it. It's not me. Don't get mad at me. That's what the stats said. That's what history says. And angry man, I know you love history. Why you don't ever talk about this part? Why is that? But anyway, so it says women added millions to the labor force, new skill sets, clerical, nursing, teaching, admin, social services, a second income to households. Oh, not the girls got you richer. Oh, not the ladies may help you to increase your wealth. Well, God. Economists estimate that 20 to 40% of U.S. GDP growth since 1950 is directly tied to women entering paid work. Well, God damn it. Angry man, I wanted you to be right. I said in my description, I said, maybe he's on something. He has this strong view. He has this strong stance that women just don't do shit. We don't contribute to another fucking thing. This is a man's world, and boo the girls. But baby, what? Economists estimate that 20 to 40, an economist, right? I'm sure that was a man who made that estimate. Oh, he even had to validate the ladies. He said economists estimate that 20 to 40% of the U.S. GDP growth since 1950 is directly tied to women entering paid work. Did we save? Did we save them? Bitch, did we save the world? Let me not get excited. All right, it says number 2, innovation exploded when women were allowed to work and study. Exploded? Before the 1960s, women were excluded from science, medicine, technology, law, and academia. Why? Why was there such a, concerted effort to keep women out of certain industries? What were y'all so afraid of? Anyway, before the 1960s, women were excluded from science, medicine, technology, law, and academia. This meant half the potential innovators were locked out. Oh, this is where it gets juicy. After women entered these fields, women-led discoveries in DNA, computers, the computer that you use all the time to scream at, or I don't know, maybe you be using your phone, angry man, I don't know. But you're using technology that a woman contributed to. Wait a minute. When women-led discoveries in DNA, computers, nurses training, chemistry, cancer research. Hello, somebody. Cancer research. Some of y'all men are cancer survivors. May want to think of May want to take a woman for that. I don't know. Aerospace, weather forecasting, mathematical theory, and more. When women entered STEM, innovation rates increased dramatically because diversity of mind equals diversity of solutions. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Diversity of mind equals diversity of solutions. So why do y'all want to oppress half of the capability of someone's mind? You want to suppress half of a population's mindful capabilities, if that makes sense, just because they're women. I don't care what y'all say. There will never be no logical. Oh, sorry. There will be no logical reason to think that makes sense. It makes. Please remember that diversity of mind equals diversity of solutions. And if we got all these problems, we need more people to come with solutions. Because before women entered, y'all wasn't solving no problems. It was stagnant out here before you had our help, before you allowed us to assist you, right? Okay. Healthcare was weak before women filled nursing and care roles. Before women became nurses, caregivers, medical assistants, lab workers, therapists, the healthcare system was too small to support the population. Once women entered, hospitals expanded, child mortality dropped, life expectancy increased, public health programs grew. Healthcare became an industry only when women staffed it. Now, the westernized, modern healthcare industry, trash, criminal, capitalistic, doesn't really care. It's terrible. I went through a whole thing this week with my mom in the hospital, and fuck the healthcare industry, but appreciate the good healthcare workers, the women and the men that are actually doing right by people in the healthcare industry, because it is fucked right now. But women contribute so much to the unfucking of it all. They make it a little bit better, right? So we already went through this. Education quality skyrocketed when women became teachers. Before mass female employment, schools were understaffed. Literacy rates were lower. So before we could teach the children at mass, the kids were slow. Yeah, the men weren't teaching the kids. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at a lot of different things. I'm looking right here. I'm also looking at this camera here. So bear with me. Why weren't y'all teaching the kids? Y'all so smart. I'm just saying, y'all were born so smart, so logical, so knowing, with such leadership skills that you could do anything. But the kids were slow. Excuse me. Once women became teachers, blah, 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 literacy soared, school enrollment expanded. The U.S. built the largest public education system in the world. Women didn't just join education, they built modern education. It's just like, we cannot deny this, guys. And it's like, why should we? It's okay to admit that women actually. Woo! Okay, so entire industries didn't exist until women entered the workforce. When women joined, they expanded. HR, administration, nursing, and teaching, social work, customer service, fashion and retail, childcare, public health, wellness and beauty, media and marketing. This shit didn't even exist. And these are all things that men benefit from tremendously. It says society became modern because women were allowed to participate. Ain't that some motherfucking shit? So what do y'all think so far, y'all? I know it's a lot. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I see y'all in the comments. I see you. Would you say, damn, do you not read the comments? I do. I'm just taking my time. I got a little bit of ADHD. I can't get too distracted. I'll just be talking to the comments for the whole time. But what do y'all think? Like, we're so far down in all of the contributions that women have brought to society, but there are so many men who just refuse to acknowledge it. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Why? What did you say? You said the urban landlord says, do you enjoy working a 9 to 5? If it is a 9 to 5 that I enjoy, yeah. But I mean, any type of work is going to come with like, oh my God. But if you are working in your purpose, you're aligned, you actually enjoy what you do. Of course, there are going to be moments where you're exhausted, you're irritated. It's going to be annoying. Even as an entrepreneur, there are going to be times where you want to quit, right? But that doesn't mean because there are sometimes that I don't enjoy working, that I don't want to work, that I don't want to make a living for myself. But yeah, I enjoy working when I'm enjoying doing the work that I'm doing. Because I do agree that I'm just at a point, I can't just work anywhere. It needs to be career oriented. It needs to make sense. It needs to be aligned with my bottom line. Otherwise, what are we doing it for? Oh my God. Excuse me. Oh my God. So let's keep going. Can you sing? Word on the street. Word on the street. Maybe I'll start sharing some music on this channel. We'll see. You got to be nice to me. So before we wrap this up, I just want to kind of share some major inventions by women that still shape the modern world. And I want to ask men, if women really don't contribute to society, if we're just drainers of the, we're just drains to society and moochers, would you be willing to give up all of the inventions that you use today that women created? Would you be willing to let those go? Let's talk about these inventions and we're going to get up out of here because we're not making this no $3 holla. 3 hour holla. Okay, so can y'all see that? Okay. I'm not wearing my glasses. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but the glare, I don't like the way that looks. But anyway, so let's talk about it real quick. Major inventions by women that still shape the modern world. This is very important because the way that y'all tear us down and devalue our contributions, you need to stop it right now and stop being mean to us because we help you niggas. Okay? We just want to live our life, have autonomy, be able to earn a fucking paycheck, and continue to contribute to society to help you niggas. Okay? That's it. Leave us alone. Let us do it. All right. So major inventions by women that still shape the modern world. Computer programming. Shout out to computer programming because that's why we're here today, right? So it says computer programming. The first programmer, Ada Lovelace, created the world's first algorithm. Angry Man, we wouldn't even see you if it wasn't for Miss Ada Lovelace. There would be no algorithm for you to get angry with. Laid the foundation for computer programming. Every modern computer language exists. Whoa! I wasn't ready for that. Every modern computer language exists because of her work. You guys, all you podcast bros. Real quick before we continue. Baby, without the women, we couldn't even be talking like this right now. We don't contribute. We created this platform for you to talk shit on. Now, since we don't do anything, useful for society and don't contribute, are you willing to give up these computer programmings? These programs that help you to log on and scroll the algorithm and get on your... Are you willing to give those things up? It was created by a woman. We don't do shit. Give us that shit back. Nah, you don't appreciate it. I want all this shit back. Give it back. And no patents either. No patents. You can't recreate the real. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own since we don't do shit. So let's keep it going. Wi-Fi. Are you willing to give up the Wi-Fi? Are you willing to give up the Wi-Fi? I doubt it, because this is how a lot of you make your money. And another thing, well, you know what? I'm going to save that for later. All right, so Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS, Hedy Lamarr. And Hedy is a black woman. Ooh, y'all hate that one. Hedy, that's a black lady, invented frequency hopping technology. Her work is the foundation of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, military communications. You wouldn't have smartphones without her. Oh my God. You wouldn't have a smartphone, baby. You wouldn't have a smartphone to yell into to tell us how much you don't like women. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Run it back. Run it back. We don't do shit. We're not valuable. We drain society. We don't contribute. Give us back everything that we've ever contributed to society then. I want it all back. You don't appreciate it anyway. Give me back that phone. Give me back that GPS. Military communications. You're fucked. Go figure it out. Right? Home security system. Marie Van Britton Brown. I know all y'all got a Ring camera, home security, that. Run it back, gang. Go have a man make it from scratch. Don't be stealing patents, which is what men did in mass. That's another conversation. Home security system, Marie Van Britton Brown invented the first CCTV-based home security system. Modern home surveillance, Ring ADT cameras, is built on her patent. She was a black woman whose invention changed global security. What are you talking about? I'm getting hot. It's getting hot in here. I'm keeping on my clothes though, you thought. So I'm just trying, like, when are you going to give us our props? When are y'all going to give us our props? Like, at what point? Everything that you guys use on a daily basis, women created it. Hello? Is anybody home? So, windshield wipers, Mary Anderson. Before this invention, drivers had to stop in rain, snow to wipe their windows. Her invention is still used on every vehicle today. As a matter of fact, you can't even get a car without a windshield wiper. Sorry, babe, we don't contribute anything valuable. Run that windshield wiper back. Figure it out in the rain. You guys are men. You can do this. Men like Angry Man, he can drive in the dark, in the rain without a windshield wiper. He is the almighty man. Okay? And he feels that all men are like this. So what the fuck do you need a windshield wiper for? You're a man. Run it back. Give us the patent. Y'all don't need that. What you need that for? Women made it. Ooh. Figure it out on your own, babe. Ooh, love this one. Central heating system. Alice H. Parker. Central heating. Y'all love to talk. Y'all love to talk about you men created the air conditioner to make you more comfortable. Central heating system, Alice H. Parker, invented a heating system using natural gas, foundation of modern furnace and HVAC systems. Another black woman. Whoa! They're getting out of hand now. They're getting out of hand. It's just like, yo. I know y'all hate this. I know. I'm not doing this to shit on men. I'm really not. I'm hoping that you really take this in so you can say, you know what, maybe we need to start valuing our female counterparts a little bit better because they literally help to make the world go round. You know, I mean, Oh, what's this word? What's this? She didn't invent the smartphone or the Ring camera. She did the ADT. Who didn't? Who didn't invent the smartphone? Not the smartphone, but the cell phone, right? Let me go back up. Because here we go. We got somebody in there trying to whoop the bam bam. So it says that Hedy Lamarr invented frequency hopping technology. Her work is the foundation for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. You wouldn't have a smartphone, babe. And this is another one. I'm sure you mean well. What does that say? Nike with a tech. Nike with a tech. Look at you. Look at you. Are you a YN? I fuck with you. All right. I love my bros. But baby, the smartphone would not have been invented if it wasn't for Hedy Lamarr's frequency hopping technology. There would be no cell phone if it wasn't for her. So while, okay, that's cool. That's cool and all, but you wouldn't, it's unnecessary to say because there would be no smartphone without this. And then you said the Ring camera. It literally says here the home security system was invented by a Black woman, Marie Van Brittan, invented the CCTV, modern women home surveillance Ring, ADT. There will be no Ring. It was built on her patent. There would be none of this if this didn't exist. So while I feel you, we gotta you feel me? You feel me now? Like I feel you. But like let's get to the root. Okay, let's get into the root, baby. Love you though. I appreciate y'all for being here though tonight. For real. I'm having a good old time. Now how do I here we go. All right, so let's keep going, y'all. We are almost done. All right, so the windshield wipers, we don't do anything. We don't contribute. We need that back. Central heating. I know y'all said that a man created the air conditioning system. Well, a woman helps you to stay warm in the winter. An extreme cold, right? Because while being very hot is uncomfortable, I would rather be very warm than extremely cold. That's just me, though. That's just me. I don't like being too hot, but I damn sure don't like being cold. So, let's see. Kevlar, bulletproof material, Nike with the tech. I know you got a bulletproof vest. Give it back. Because Stephanie Kwolek invented Kevlar, 5 times stronger than steel, used in bulletproof vests, helmets, police gear, aerospace, construction materials, and tires. Where my button at? Where is my goddamn button? God damn it. What the hell? Explosion again. Because what you mean we don't contribute, baby? How do women contribute to society? Run me back them tires on your car. You got a construction site, you got a construction business, run back all those construction materials, babe. Police gear, out of there. Bulletproof vest, you're getting shot. That's it. Helmets, done, cooked. She saved millions of lives. Are you willing to give these things up since women don't do nothing? Are the men willing to give them up and recreate? Hell the fuck no. All right, so the dishwasher, which y'all love to say, men created the dishwasher to make cleaning easier for women. Wrong. Wrong again. The dishwasher is by Josephine Cochran, created the first automatic dishwasher, launched one of the largest appliance industries. Let's be fucking for real. Now, every industry has a fucking dishwasher, from homes to hotels to Airbnbs, restaurants, everybody. Run it back. Bust some suds in that sink, gang. Women don't contribute nothing, then give it up. Give up all the things that make it easier for you to live your life. Bust them motherfucking suds. We talking about cloth, soap to pan, scrub a dub. Run it back. Because we don't do nothing. The Monopoly game. This was interesting. I didn't know this. Monopoly, the game, is by Elizabeth Maggie. She invented the landlord's game, which became Monopoly. Original purpose to show the dangers of greed and monopolies. She was exposing I feel the Monopoly game exposes the corruption in our society as it pertains to capitalism. And it took a woman to assess all of that and put it in a game to help people learn better about this society. Where would we be without Monopoly? Everybody plays Monopoly. Everybody has played, understands it. Like, run me back that Monopoly, G. All right, so the circular saw. Tabitha Babbitt invented circular saw technology used in construction, sawmills, woodworking. Come on, y'all. Give it up. Women don't do nothing, but we've done all of it. Let me know when the maths to y'all. Caller ID and call waiting. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, a Black physicist. Her research led to caller ID. Excuse me, I can't talk tonight. Caller ID, call waiting, fiber optics advancements, portable fax machines. Without her, modern telecommunications would look very different. Medical syringe in one hand. Latita Greer created the single hand medical syringe still used today, improved emergency medicine dramatically. Life raft. Wait a minute now. I thought the men were the leaders. What took y'all? Why were y'all not able to come up with these things first? A life raft? Y'all couldn't think of a life raft? It took a woman, a ditzy dumb woman who can't think for herself to think of a life raft before you? Oh my Jesus. My goodness. My God today. Life raft. Maria Beasley invented the modern life raft with safety rails. Saved thousands of lives in maritime disasters, including Titanic. Because I was gonna say this, like maybe there was like a early version of a life raft, because I feel it had to be. They just didn't have the name for it, right? I would have given that. Like, okay, maybe there was some guy out there that, put some type of material in water, figured out it could float, and you could use it to transport people and goods. So one settle in over water to the next. But baby, if she was saving thousands of lives during the Titanic, I gotta give it to her all the way. Fire escapes. Anna Connolly invented the first fire exterior metal fire escape. Modern urban fire safety is based on her design. Disposable diapers for y'all kids. Marion Donovan, refrigeration improvement. Florence Parpart invented the modern electric refrigerator, eliminated the need for ice boxes. One of the reasons food preservation advanced. Space station batteries. Olga Gonzalez Sanabria developed the technology used in the International Space Station's long-lasting batteries, crucial for space exploration. Stem isolation and Tsukamoto co-patented the first method to isolate human stem cells, foundation of modern medical research and regenerative medicine. Wow. Guys. So is it true? Do women not add any value to society for that long list of things? Are we still going to say that with our full chest and actually believe that nonsense that when it comes out and try to get other people to believe that? I don't know. Nike with the tech. Look, well, I'm going to keep driving my point. Okay. I'm going to keep driving it. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Thank y'all so much. Get the likes up, hit the like button, subscribe, share, do all the things if you care. Yeah. Drop a comment. You said we use a knife. The genius, we use the knife. Use a knife for what? Use a knife for what, the genius? I'm on some bull. Why? Why you always think I'm on some bullshit? I'm really not. I'm just talking to you. I'm showing you the facts. I'm not on no bullshit. I'm just saying. This is, you said on surgery. You use a knife for surgery. Well, clearly that wasn't a good idea. Just a knife, just any type of knife or different type of surgery. I don't know. But all I'm saying, y'all, clearly we contribute greatly to society. And we have to stop. We really, 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 really have to stop driving this negative narrative that we're just not doing anything when we're really quarterbacking this shit. The backbone of it. And it's okay for men to acknowledge that. It takes nothing away from you as a man to acknowledge the value of a woman. It takes nothing away from a woman to acknowledge the value of a man. Clearly, we have to work together for this thing to work, called life, for society to work, to maintain itself. So why are we so, adamant on not giving it up for the ladies that help you? Well, I don't get that. One last thing before we get up out of here, y'all, want to share, because one of the things that he said towards the end was that men dominate physical infrastructure. Oh, I'm sorry. Men uphold most of society infrastructure with no big help from women. Let's debunk that real quick and we're going to get up out of here. Again, I appreciate y'all for joining. It was fun tonight. All right. So I asked the chat, do men uphold most society infrastructure with no big help from women? Short answer, no. Society is not upheld mostly by men with no big help from women, but the full truth is more complex and based on division of labor, not superiority. And that's the thing about it. And I think that's what Angry Man believes. He believes men are superior. He believes men are the superior species, and men should be entitled to women, should be entitled to tell women what to do. And we don't have to look at women as human beings because we're superior and you're inferior. You're under me. You're not equal to me, which I don't understand why we can't be equal. We're both human beings. We just have different genders. So you only are superior because you have a dick that probably doesn't work properly. I don't. My vagina can push out a fucking kid. All right. You might have to take a goddamn honey pack just to stay up for 20 minutes. But that makes you superior? Why? Who told y'all that? That ain't in the Bible, is it? Let me know. Did God say men are superior to women? Subjugate them. I don't know. So anyway, it says men do dominate physical infrastructure jobs. True. Construction workers, electricians, plumbers, mechanics, engineers. Although this is slowly changing, utility workers, waste management workers, most manual labor-based fields. These jobs matter, and they absolutely support important parts of infrastructure. Men contribute heavily to physical systems and heavy labor. That's a fact. But that is only one part of the societal machine. And that was my point earlier. And I want to say this. We appreciate y'all. Construction workers are hot. Okay? You see a man out there building some shit with his hands, with some boots on, with a little paint on his face. It's like, ooh, yes, build this house, baby. I love that. Electricians, plumbers, like, you're needed. You are valued. We thank you. We just asking for a little reciprocity, if that's okay. Because we're better working together than we are trying to divide us apart. Clearly. We kind of went through all of the things women dominate. But again, infrastructure is not just about buildings and roads, it's people. People often assume infrastructure equals construction plus utilities, but modern society depends on a much wider set of systems: hospitals, schools, social. So we got it. We got it. Both men and women uphold society, but in different, equally essential ways. I just said this. I didn't even read this earlier. We're different, but we both contribute equally in essential ways. Men do more of the heavy lifting. Cool. But that doesn't mean you are superior to me, right? Women do more of all of the other things, administration, operational, more of the things that support the big things. Because without the support of the big things crumble. It's destroyed. You can't have one without the other, right? Both sides are required. You know, if either one of us left the workforce, we would see chaos. So, you know, at the end of the day, it says, no, men do not uphold society with no big help from women. Men uphold physical infrastructure. Women uphold functional, human, social, medical, educational infrastructure. Both are essential. Society requires both genders to function and grow. So, y'all, that's it. That's it. We got to get back to valuing each other as men and women, because clearly I need you and you need me. Right? We got to get to that. It's okay. And I don't know who told men that the only way they can be men is if they demean and devalue and talk down on women. No, that just makes you a cornball. When you can't look at what Megan Thee Stallion did and say, that's some good work. Good job, Megs. If you can't look at a woman and just give her props for doing a nice deed for a man, it's like, go unpack that shit. Because you got a deep-rooted hate for a gender for absolutely no reason outside of your ego. I'm going to tell you right now that patriarchy did a number on society, men and women, in the most negative way. We'll save that for another video. But I just wanted to share this because when you hear somebody speak so passionately about something and they just loud and wrong, just loud and wrong all the time. Sometimes he be on point, and this is no shot at Angry Man. This is none of that. He's Angry Man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mantis. Shout out to everybody that was on that paddle. Shout out to Fatty. Shout out to the Untouchables. Y'all know what time it is. That's the fam. It's all good at the end of the day. But I just want us to get back to a time where we can actually value each other. Let's look at some of these chats. I'm hearing old Meg lied on Tory and then was used to start the BM don't protect Black women foolishness. She's a bad example. But is that true? Or is that projection of what men think happened? Because a lot of men don't think, just like every woman that's a victim of a man that men admire, y'all don't think that she's a victim. Y'all said Cassie needs to be in jail with Diddy. She can't be a victim, even though y'all saw her get her ass dragged, literally. She's not a victim. Megan's not a victim. Nobody's a victim. But also, society treats victims like that. It's always, well, what did you do? Why did you stay? What did you have on? You know? The Tory situation is unfortunate. I like Tory Lanez. He's an incredible artist. Oh my God. But if he shot that girl, he needs to be in jail. And he's in jail because I guess there was enough evidence to prove that. All this hearsay, she lied. Now, she did lie about some stuff. She did lie about fucking him. When she did that, I was like, girl, you should just been fucking honest. Because in these situations, you lie one time, they're gonna think everything else you say is a lie. And then you're gonna have to clean it up. Then it's just gonna look like you're lying even more. So I get how it can look a little weird there. But he's in jail for a reason. And the reason that we can see, that we've been presented with, was that he shot that girl. Evidence proved it. And now he's being held accountable. If he is innocent, free that man and hold Megan Thee Stallion accountable. But this just sounds like hearsay. Magnetar. She was used to start the black men don't protect black women foolishness. Where did you gather that information from? You know, maybe that's true. I don't know. And in the industry, nefarious things happen in that music industry all the time. People are set up. People are told to do crazy things to maintain their wealth and success all the time. I'm not going to put it past you, Magnetar. This could be true. I'm just going based off what I can see and what has been presented to me. You know, you said I was once with the genius said we were rocking with Meg before the tour situation. I feel you. I get it. It's murky waters, right? I never once to fit in Diddy, and you need a round of applause for that. Because my thing is with the Diddy situation, I understand you're saying he wasn't on trial for beating her ass. Cool, but after you saw her beat her ass, you should have lost all respect for him. Why wasn't that video enough for most men to say, fuck Diddy? Why wasn't that enough to say, I don't care what he's going to jail for. He just needs to go to jail just off that alone. Like, really ask yourself, why isn't beating a woman enough for you to condemn somebody like that? Were you looking for excuses or trying to condemn the person that he victimized and he beat up on and did to other people? He was doing that shit before Kathy was even born. Y'all watch that documentary, and we might do a series where we react to that documentary together. I don't know. That was intense, and I need to watch it again because I was somewhere distracted watching it. But all I'm saying is, why isn't physical abuse enough for y'all to cancel somebody? You know? But it's neither here nor there. I appreciate y'all so much for coming in. Let's see. I agree. A firearm should have been nowhere in that situation. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, how was a firearm even there? It sounded like they was having a drunken night out. Probably was all fucking on each other. This is a weird night out that went terribly wrong. And people had to scramble for alibis and shit because everybody got something to lose in these situations. Megan got something to lose. Tori got something to lose. Everybody trying to, do what's best for them in their own interest. You said, what you say, Magnetar? You know good and well Meg was the one talking that nonsense about black men not protecting black women. She generalized just like a whole lot of these media folk. I honestly, I'm not even joking with you, and maybe it's out there. I've never seen Meg post a video, make a tweet, or anything that said black men don't protect black women. Maybe she did say it. Maybe I missed it. But if she did say that based off of what she experienced with that black man, maybe that's her real truth. Maybe that's her truth. She didn't feel protected. Clearly, that's not how she really feels because she's with a black man right now and looking extremely protected. So it's just like, I hear you, and that is not a narrative that any black woman should be running with. But I guess, we got to start showing up for each other better for us to actually believe it. If men are protectors of women, the idea of a 19th Amendment being repealed should never intrigue you. You should never be in alignment with a human being having their rights removed or repelled just because of their gender. If you are a man that is a protector, you would never be in agreement with that. You would never be in agreement with the idea that women should no longer be able to work. Do you know what I'm saying? How can you call yourself a protector and then say, bitch, fuck your autonomy? So once we start showing up for each other in mass, both of us, men and women, we'll get there. What you say? What you say, baby? What you saying? Thank y'all for being here. Like, sir, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. All that. We've been said fuck Diddy back in 1999. Good job, the genius. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. That's what real niggas do. They say fuck the abusers. It's fuck Diddy, but we don't want to let them keep railroading our black men with the law. That's the point, Jazz. Diddy is in a position because of what he did to himself. Point blank, period. He has been doing egregious things to people for decades. It has caught up with him. All right. People have been saying the same thing about this man for years. He is in jail based on his own actions. So no, I don't feel sorry. Keep railroading. There will be no railroading if he used his free will in a more righteous way. Now it seems that way, but you do have egregious acts that you need to be held accountable for. That's why he needs to sit his ass in jail. I feel you, Nike. I do. But fuck that. He did this shit to himself. Period. Pookie is who she was referred to, but we all got the blame. Then don't be the Pookie. Don't make excuses for the Pookie. Hold Pookie accountable. Be the man, not the Pookie. Show up as a man for a woman in a way a Pookie would never. So that way the narrative can start shifting. I heard something to say. I was listening to a podcast today while I was at the gym. It's called the courage to be disliked. And it touched on a part where and it's not a podcast, it's an audio, it's a book, but I was listening to an audiobook. They said if you want change, you got to start. You don't want to be lumped up. Everybody else is going to start changing around you once you start being the change you want to see. And that is so true. You don't want to be lumped up into the Pookies. Don't be a fucking Pookie. Don't be out here disparaging women, calling them damaged goods or used up because they reached 30 and haven't been married yet. That's Pookie shit. She hit the wall. Or God is waiting, the universe or whatever you believe in is waiting for her to meet who is in alignment for her. It just hasn't happened yet. Why do we have to go to the negative all the time when it comes to women as to why she's where she is in life? She's damned if she has a child out of wedlock, but if she doesn't have a child by a certain age, even if she's not married, she's also damned. Right? She should have wore, you shouldn't wear certain things to avoid certain attention, but she dresses modestly and is still assaulted. But somehow it's still, do you see what I'm saying? Be the guy that says no. Men need to be doing some changes as well. And I'm not saying women don't have anything to do. We have a lot of work to do. Because we've been in fight or flight so long, we gotta figure this femininity thing out, and we are. If you pay attention, if you're not so consumed with all the negative stuff, you will really, your algorithm. I can't talk tonight. Your algorithm will start to show you the women that are actually doing the work to be the best versions of themselves, so they can one day be a good person for somebody else. For a man, for a husband, for a family. Instead of dragging women for choosing not to have a child, for choosing, and I'm not saying by way of abortion, but just choosing not to get pregnant at all, for choosing not to be married and just live her rich auntie life, why does that piss men off so much? When I see stats on Facebook that say things like, they'll throw a random stat like 80% of women say they're choosing themselves and healing instead of dealing with toxic relationships. All the comments are full of men. Well, that's because she was a hoe first. She ran through. She's still fucking though. God damn. How can y'all look at something that's a positive and say these things? So it's just like when Megan says black women don't protect black men don't protect black women. When you log on the internet, where's the protection in mass? The protection is not as loud as the disparaging is. And I really want that to change. Let's go down. What you say? You say you just gave a Bible script? Well, exactly. If they do, they would do it. I don't see. What is this? You shouldn't want to be on trial for murder and they have no evidence, but they convict you because you stole some candy in 2008. That's not what happened to Diddy. He wasn't on trial for murder. Was he? Or was it RICOs and kidnappings and prostitution? So, y'all, I appreciate. I don't know where. Oh, you're okay. I'll read that later. I'm finna log off. What you saying, Jazz? I can see me well. It just seems like you get caught up in making your points. Listen, I'm long-winded. Okay. This brain, one point will come out, and then one idea will come through like this, and it'll come out, and then the next thing I know, another one is coming in. Another one is coming in. It's coming out, and it's coming in. So I'm gonna work on being more concise. But over here on at the Jazz Noel show, at Jazz Noel 7 on this channel, I'm gonna get my shit off. But we've reached 2 hours. I was only trying to go an hour and a half, but we're a little bit over. I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. It's been so fun. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will be back soon with some more crazy reaction videos. I do have a series idea that I am planning to launch soon. So just stick with me, spread the love, spread the knowledge, all that jazz. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining my live tonight. Please enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you guys again soon. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, do all of the things. It's Big Bad Jazz. They call me Big Bad Jazz. Yeah. Make that a song, the genius. I have homework. Do your homework. Because you was a strong man, educated man, big, strong, black man, and you'll get it done. And you got this. That sucks, though. Homework fucking sucks. I hate that you got to do it, but you're going to get it done because you got shit to do. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Bye.